Hey YouTube, welcome back. Amazing Spider-Man number 40 review. This is the ongoing gang war storyline. We're going to jump in. Let me see if I can grab the updated map though. They have this updated map that they've been showing of the different territories and who has taken control. We've got Diamondback, the Rose, the Heat, Owl, Beetle, Big Ben. Then we see Spider-Man has regained a couple of the areas. We have the Hobgoblin. There's a bunch of different characters in this, so lots to keep track of in the storyline. And then we start off here in the West Village, and we see somebody getting ready. We see a Rose, and of course, we see the Rose. And he is with one of his muscle, Digger, not to be confused with Digger Jim, but Digger. So Zeb Wells is writing, John Romita Jr. on the artwork, and there's the rest of the creative team. So again, we see this, these ongoing battles and fights for different territories. We see, I think it's the tracksuit mafia, and this is part of Mr. Negative's team getting ready to do battle. And we see Tombstone appear and basically tells these guys, the party's over. And we see that Tombstone has teamed up with Spider-Man and She-Hulk, and the three of them, Tombstone, Spidey, and She-Hulk, take out the tracksuit mafia. They run, and that's kind of their little victory for this issue. Then we cut back to Madam M here and Hammerhead, and he is just bloodied and bludgeoned, and she's basically stomping on him and saying, look, she's going to take over all of his areas and his men. Now we cut back to one of the other teams in Harlem. This is Beetle, and White Rabbit. Beetle is the daughter of Tombstone, and she's suiting up in a different suit, and we see her kind of look a little bit more evil, a little more menacing. And then we cut back to She-Hulk, Tombstone, and Spidey, and they're talking. Tombstone's been working in the background here, and there's this back and forth. Now we see Tombstone, and then we see Madam M, and she shows off that she has, with the help of Shotgun, taken down Silvermane and Nefaria. I think it's Nefaria, and basically we can see it's kind of violent, kind of bloody. Rips off Silvermane's head, and now she's taking over their men. And we see now back with Beetle and one of her main people. I forget. What is his name? His name is Kareem. He's been involved. He actually helped Spidey out in a previous issue. And we see a big explosion. And we see this kind of back and forth with Tombstone and his daughter. And, we're not sure what's happening here. And in walks the Rose and Digger on Beetle. And then we find out from Tombstone that he is welcoming in one of the Fists, and they thought it would be the Rose, but it's not. It's Wilson and Typhoon Mary. Is it Typhoon Mary? So many different characters in this storyline, driving me crazy. Yeah. It's just so many different characters to keep track of. Yes, Typhoon Mary. I don't know why I wouldn't know that. And that's where we kind of left off. We leave off this issue. It was kind of a filler issue as far as the storyline goes. Kind of this back and forth, again, this jockeying for a position within New York City, deals being cut, teams being taken over. But overall, it wasn't bad. Again, the thing I found is that it is pretty violent for a Spider-Man, type book, right? We're seeing some people getting their heads bashed in pretty good. So I don't know, but still a lot more issues to go. Let me see if they have the checklist in the back of here, which I think they do. Yep. So still a number of titles to go after this. But overall, I'll go somewhere in the middle again with the three web heads for this issue. Not bad, not great, but somewhere in the middle. There's enough here, I think, to keep somebody interested with all the different characters and the different storylines. We've got this team up with Spidey and Tombstone. So overall, not too bad. But let me know. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think if you're reading the Gang War story. If not, maybe just help me figure out all of these different characters that are in this book. But I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you for issue 41.